Hi, I'm Matt Hillier, and you're watching the Stealth Mac podcast. This week I want to talk about an often forgotten piece of OS X. It's called Spotlight, and it does a lot more than just searching your hard drive. Spotlight's been around for a couple iterations of OS X. It was in Tiger, but it really wasn't as powerful as it is in Leopard. The first thing I want to show you is how to use it as an application launcher. Now, by default, it is mapped to the Command Spacebar key. So if you hit Command Spacebar, you invoke Spotlight. So let's say I wanted to open the Mail app. It's as simple as that. And I'll show you again. So you hit Command Spacebar, type MAIL, and the first hit would be Mail, and you hit Return. Now, for this to work, there is something I need to show you. You need to go to your Spotlight preferences, which is the easiest way is to do Spotlight. Okay, so it's right there. Once again, if you missed that, your Spotlight preferences are here. And then what you need to do is make sure that your applications are the first hit that will show up in the results for your Spotlight. And if it's not, you can just drag it around. So you want to make sure that applications are at the top. And you can also use this to customize. If you want your mail messages to be second or first, if you do a lot of searching for mail messages, then you could drag this around. Also, you can say, don't index my web pages, don't index my music, don't index my movies, and it'll pretty much ignore those files. For privacy, you can also add files, folders, and hard drive locations here. So if you don't want it to index something, normally the only thing I have it excluding here would be my Time Machine volume. When it mounts, you'll actually see it pop up in here as excluded. And I did that because I was reading a bunch of articles about how to speed up your Time Machine backup, and it said make sure that you add your Time Machine volume as an excluded volume. Now, it doesn't show up now because it's not mounted, but once my Time Machine kicks off, it'll actually mount the volume, and it should appear in here. Okay, so I've showed you now how to use it as an application launcher. Let me kind of back up a little bit and show you how to just use it as a search feature to search your hard drive. Let's say I'm looking for files with the word law in it. I know I've got a business law class I'm taking, Law 531. I type in law, and there's my folder called Law for 531. I can use the arrow keys or the mouse to scroll down, find it, and hit return, and it launches my Law 531 folder. So pretty much it can be used just as a common file searching. You can see as in real time it searches and helps me do some searching. So that's pretty much the average user's use of Spotlight. You use it to find files on your hard drive, and if you figured it out, you can use it as an application launcher. What a lot of people don't realize is that Spotlight's pretty powerful. It allows you to use Boolean searches. And what Boolean is you can use the words and, not, or in your searches. So you can say Mac, not law. And it's kind of a bad example. Let's try something like King, not Lear. So if you had a file with the word King Lear, it would not show up. But if you had a bunch of other files on Kings, it would show up in your search. You could do Mac and Stealth. Now, what you'll notice here is if I do the same search for Mac space stealth and Mac and stealth, you're going to get the same results. It's because a space, just like in Google, is considered an Boolean search function. So once again, it's and, not, or. Okay, so after Boolean, there's something else, and it's called keywords or kind. So basically, I can come up here and I'll go to Spotlight and I'll type yellow, and I'll type kind music. And there you are, Yellow Submarine. And it only shows me the files that match the word yellow that are the kind of file music. So I could go video, and there's nothing with the word yellow in it that's considered a video. Or I could do PDF, And so here's all of the files with the word yellow in it. That's a PDF. Now, also when you launch it, this is something else I wanted to show you. So I went ahead and I said, okay, go ahead, launch this file. And it took me right to where the first yellow is mentioned in the PDF. So let me show you that again. Let's go, let's do this. Apple kind PDF. And you can see here in one of my files for school, the word Apple shows up. And it took me right to it. So that's using kind filters and keywords. So I'm using the keyword Apple and the kind PDF. Keyword yellow, kind music would give me yellow submarine. Okay, so we've done kind. Let me show you date function now. So we can do give me all files with the date greater than 010506. And here are all the files that have the date greater than 010506. I can also give it a range and say 010606, and that should narrow down the fields. You can also do a less than. So as you can see, if you're looking for files that are created on a date or a date range, this feature is useful. All right, so I wanted to tell you that not only is there date and the kind field, but the kind field is actually very large field, and I'll show you how to figure out what all the different types of search functions there are. But I wanted to show you another little trick. If I go ahead and invoke Spotlight and type ISO 400, it's going to show me all the images that I captured with an ISO of 400. So you can see it's not only searching the file names and the file contents, but it's also searching the metadata and the Spotlight comments for each one of those files. All right, so I've shown you how to use Spotlight from the menu bar. Let me go ahead and show you kind of how to use Spotlight in Finder. You can just type the same thing here, ISO 400, and it's going to show me everything on this Mac and give me thumbnails. So, you know, this up here is just an extension of what's up in your menu bar. Also, you can do a thing called smart folders, and basically smart folders are saved Spotlight searches. And you can get kind of crazy with these. So you can go File, New Smart Folder. And here, okay, so it looks like a common bar, but if you hit this little plus button here, you can go kind is any. And if you click the other, there are all sorts of things here. So we can type ISO. You can say contents, contains. So you can see you can search around in here and get all sorts of different results. ISO 400. So you can say kind is other, ISO 400. And if I wanted to, I could save the smart folder, put it on the side, and then as I